All right, Glenn, that's perfect. Casey, that's perfect. Orlando,
Glenn gonna move. Glenn,
Glenn, that's what I'm talking about. Glenn, that's what I'm talking about.
It's the spinny chair, bro.
Glenn, I just want you to know. I want you to know personally, bro. It took me 45 minutes to send to your fucking Zoom, bro. Just stay in the middle, please.
I'm trying, bro. Hold on.
Like, what are you moving for, bro?
Nigga, I had fucking. I don't know what the fuck I got, bro.
I was dying early when I was taking a picture. He's like, Glenn, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Because everybody else is in the middle, just sitting.
It was one point I was like, right.
You were like all the way over here, like.
My bad.
This is some decent banter for the beginning of the episode.
This genuine banter. There you go.
Orlando, you got any banter you want to just throw in?
I just did a photo shoot in a thong.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah, that's some.
I don't think it gets better than that.
That's banter. That's definitely banter.
Thong, if that helps.
I don't know if I can top that.
It was a male thong, if that helps.
Okay.
Oh, Orlando, it was an older episode. I was trying to explain to them mantis. Can you explain mantis to them just a little bit better?
Yeah, it's like your regular boxer briefs, but it's lace and it's see-through.
Oh shit!
Low key, I'm not gonna lie though. I'm gonna look so bad.
They sound comfortable. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Literally all it is.
Every girl I showed man
on the ass. So you know the Amazon like fitness shorts that be like really out under the women's ass. It's kind of like that, but for men. That's dressing your dick up.
Man,
every girl I showed that to, they liked it, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's for the women, or it's whoever you're presenting it to.
Facts. That's true. I'm about to get some. I'm about to wait for my girlfriend. I'm about to wait for Lexi.
Glenn gonna show up to the dinner like that.
Chill.
Bro. I swear, you better not, bro. I'm sorry.
Y'all know that trend that girls be doing with the jeans and the thongs going up.
The new wave, the whole new wave.
Yeah,
Glenn.
The great thing about mantis is that if a man complains about it, you can just literally always say, "I'm not wearing it for you." You never have to see it, my brother. Like, don't ever worry.
I'll shut that down right then and there.
Don't you ever worry about it.
All right, let's start this goddamn episode.
Let's get it. Can I wait before we start? Can I get a Capri Sun?
What? Can you just drink one?
I gotta ask the group. I gotta ask the group leader if I can have a Capri Sun.
Oh yeah, actually, group leader.
Can I get one?
You are now tuned in to the MisFits Table.
Welcome to the MisFits Table Podcast. Yes, you've taken a seat at the MisFits Table. I am one of three amazing, black, beautiful, and blessed co-hosts. That's our A&D Stevens, and I am here with these two Nimrods.
Nincompoops.
Nimrods.
It's me, your boy. I bet you can't do this shit, nigga. It's Mr. Shit in his hands and clap himself. The Sultan of Salt. The nigga who can figure everything out. Except for, drum roll please, how to make an AKA. Coming back for another episode of the MisFits Table Podcast. The most shittiest podcast in the world.
Thank you for believing us, Glenn.
All good things though, because the shit clap, you know what I mean?
I guess I understand that.
You understand.
It's your boy Casey, what you can't see. AKA I'm gonna be the saltine for this episode. I'm gonna chill out because last episode I feel like I was a little bit too fried. So I'm gonna keep it saltine. But yeah, AKA Killer King, AKA the thick dick bitch. So yeah.
That's crazy.
I can never catch you say that.
That's the only one I just never like. You know, like when something rolls off the tongue nice.
It just made me think like he had to sit down and think about that.
Nah, bro, it just came to me. I'm just honestly, it's made to make everybody feel uncomfortable because I don't give a damn.
And as you heard in our completely scripted banter, it was about 7 pages this time, so it was a little bit long. We have a guest, and we always let our guests introduce themselves. How about you introduce yourself for me, my guy?
I am Orlando Roye, aka the Big Dick Bad Bitch, aka Thick Dick Nick, aka Double Chin Dick Daddy. I am the CEO and I am backpacking the circumcised Kraken.
There's no way. The last one was legendary. The last one.
Sorry, take notes.
So
Yeah, take
shut the
notes.
fuck up. I gotta say something. I gotta say something on this podcast. All right. For this
Speak your shit.
podcast for a long time, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. I call myself the big dick bad bitch for 6 months. But I gotta give credit when credit is due. I did take that from Orlando.
It ain't no way.
But
He's a
I just want
fraud.
to say this as well. I was on a phone call with KC, and KC casually mentioned that he was 15 inches aside a girl.
What?
I was like, and he just kept talking. So I was like, wait, what you mean you was 15 inches?
What? What the fuck you mean, bro?
So in a way, we're all big dick bad bitches.
I was just doing my thing. That's all I was saying, man.
What, bro?
There's no reason for you to
Except
look
for
that.
Glenn. Glenn's giving me no reason to say that.
I have no reason. Can't.
They're drinking a Capri Sun.
The opposite. I'm the antithesis of that. But yeah,
More of the story, boo who you want to be. But how's you guys' weeks been?
it's been cool. Actually, we're gonna start off by asking you, Asar. I'm feeling
Wow, this is a
generous.
different episode, man.
Trying
Usually I
to
just get
change that.
skipped. I ask everybody, nobody asks me. This is great.
Never mind. You know what? You got too cocky. Never mind.
All right.
Yeah, you got a little too cocky, bro.
That was too cut. My fault. Nah, man, my week was cool, right? Fake girlfriend came over, and well, she didn't come over. She just came to Coatesville and was hanging out with her and everything. And she left today.
He about to cry. He paused.
But besides that, I just been working. I'm trying to get my apartment. Just working and doing Instacart when I'm not working.
We love to see it.
I'm gonna tell you right now how my week went. Have you ever just cleaned your car? It's spotless and you just feel good about yourself. Clean the inside, and then as soon as you pull out that goddamn lot from cleaning the car, a bird want to shit on it. That one asshole bird just want to shit on it.
Can't say
That's
that.
how my week is.
That's a crazy.
Yeah, I felt that
metaphor.
feeling.
I felt the passion. I really did. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I felt that. I felt the pain.
Yeah,
Some
you just
pain-
want to
there's some pain in it.
Yeah, you just want to pull out a goddamn sniper and shoot the shit out of that bird.
Just see
fucking.
You see the shit explode.
Yeah, that's why I'm fucking 7.62 to his fucking stomach. But yeah.
Hold on, Casey. What the fuck type shit you?
I just want to move on, Glenn.
I'm not gonna ask you about your week next week, bro.
It might be better than that. I might shot at the bird next week. So
we'll see. Stay tuned.
Casey's gonna come on a podcast. He's not gonna talk about it, but there's gonna be a feather in his do-rag.
Yeah, but for me, my week has been cool. School is being school. Fucking stress. I ain't gonna lie, I'm stressed the fuck out, y'all. The weed ain't helping no more, bro.
You gotta move on to crack, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not, bro. No, I am not that low right now.
Oh, my fault.
Right, yeah. Stay tuned.
You're already on Capri Sun, so you don't need nothing more.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm about to drink. I can drink it no more.
How was your week, Orlando?
My week's been pretty cool. Me and my girl was having anal sex a good amount this week. She had another dildo toy, so we did a DP. And then we just did a photo shoot where she was topless with 3 other women, and then it was me and her, and then me, her, and another girl. They were topless, and we had a photo shoot that we had just come from. So it's been a calm week.
That part.
I'm sorry, I'm too childish. I was about to laugh the whole time, but
That's a calm week.
that's a week.
That's a calm week.
That's a week. That's a week.
That was my question. All right.
That's a week.
Compared to my week, your week was living lavish.
Yeah, I need to stop Instacart. I'm obviously doing something.
Yeah.
Doing something
Wrong.
wrong.
Fucking wrong.
Yeah, that damn.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a perfect segue.
No, for real. I was just about to say, right? So, okay, let's do this. For the music choice this week, right? What was the actual soundtrack to your week this week? What if you had to pick a song or some songs, what would you say?
I'm not gonna lie, it'll probably be Lil Uzi, Bank Teller.
Not bad.
Bank Teller.
I feel like anything by Uzi just gives off rockstar vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, he was talking about being on the block. So
Uzi was never on the block, bro. Never on the block.
Why was he
I'm
on the
telling you right now. I guess for me, I was going to probably say Bicho Chito by
You stole my fucking song.
Fuck.
Go ahead, just say it.
We could have the same song. We could have the same song. Bicho Chito by Rosalia. Pretty good. Some that's the shit that you speed down the highway in a fucking 120. And
That's hard.
oh yeah, my fault. My fault. That is just you. But yeah.
Dude, that's a song like I feel like as soon as you do coke, that song just plays in your head.
What the fuck?
Your eyes, your pupils just
Yeah. I take DMT and listen to Pop Smoke.
But I don't do that.
that don't even sound right.
Nah, but yeah.
I gotta find another song, y'all. Oh,
I knew he was looking for something.
No, because Glenn really stole my song. You know, all right, so As Skinny by Busta 929.
Who the fuck is
What
it?
the fuck is that?
He's like African, like
oh, him.
yeah, we listen to him in Atlanta. He makes like just like hype music and like it's just like he raps sometimes, but it's really about the production.
It's lit.
Oh, was you playing this in the car?
And you remember the construction dude? And I made the
yeah. I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about that.
Right.
That white man was loving that shit.
Yeah, that nigga got scared when we pulled up on him. I was like, dance. He started. He was started moving.
He had to bust a move. He had to do something.
He got scared. Nah, but yeah. What about you, Orlando? You got a song?
A song for the week?
Yeah.
Probably Munch by Ice Spice.
Damn, that's a good choice. That would have been my.
I was feeling you. I didn't go Munch.
Start playing that when my girl's eating ass. I'm gonna just start playing that.
It's actually hilarious.
I be having to put her on this shit because she's from LA, so I'm about to put her on some. I be putting her on to New York slang. You know you're a Munch, right?
Is Munch a bad thing or a good thing?
Nah, it depends. I mean, it depends. If you trying to be and you can't, and all you can do is eat pussy, then being a Munch is not a good thing. But if you own it, like I just want to eat your box, then all right, you ain't hurting my feelings.
Well, let me tell y'all something. I told somebody, I was like, yo, like I'm a Munch low key, and then they were like, yeah, I'm about to start calling you that, and then I was like, suddenly I was like, don't do that, don't call me that. Like, I want to say it. I want to say
went too far.
Was it somebody who's box you ate?
Yeah, like that's like I love. Yeah.
If it's somebody whose box I ate, I'm like, you can call me that.
I don't know. I just don't like the name of it. Like I don't want you saying that in public.
Munch. Hey, Munch.
Oh my God, it's Munch. And I come up.
But as a bad bitch, you got to own up to it.
I
did. Now what?
Yeah.
Am I not living up to my name? That's crazy.
Asar trying to get his pussy ate.
Because then somebody else gonna hear her calling you a Munch, and they gonna come over and be like, "So I hear you a Munch."
It's free advertisement.
That is free advertisement.
It is free advertisement. Oh my God.
Advertising.
You can't be a Munch for everybody.
What's the female version of a Munch?
The eater.
The eater.
Yeah, eater. Whose computer is that?
As much as I yell at y'all, that was that.
Sorry, go ahead and log out for me.
No, but yeah. Honestly, I think it's time to get into these topics. Well, first of all, Orlando, tell our listeners who you are, what you're about. Everybody's probably listening right now, like who, like I'm pretty sure some people know who you are, but like it's probably people like Orlando. I want to know who Orlando. He seems pretty interesting.
For right now, I am just Orlando. I'm your neighborhood pleasure. I am a sex worker. I'm on OnlyFans where I demonstrate and review male sex toys so that men could be more comfortable with using sex toys and understand why their partners use sex toys so they can be better partners in the relationship and then have better relationships with their partners. So I'm just a sex worker. I'm also the tour manager for the Good Moms Bad Choices podcast, who's going on tour late September to 5 cities on the East Coast. They're an amazing podcast themselves. So, and my past podcast will be coming out soon, which I can't mention yet, but this is the first time I'm mentioning that I'm having a podcast coming out soon.
Stay tuned. See, we got the exclusive.
You got exclusive.
Right
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And shout out to Good Moms. That's a great podcast, by the way.
So what's their premise? Like what are they?
They are two black mothers who speak on the reality of motherhood. They're kind of cannabis positive, sex positive. My girlfriend, who is one of the hosts of the podcast, likes to have her titties out all the time, and they go to sex parties. They talk about threesomes they had. Um, Yeah, and all the wild shit, the real shit that mothers actually go through. They also talk about postpartum. They have amazing guests on, like Dame Dash, the Hood Healer, Orion, which is and fed him a watermelon. So they do a lot of sexy shit. It's for mothers, but actual the reality of motherhood, not the cookie cutter like 70s TV show mom that only goes to soccer. Like they go to soccer, but they also like drink tequila. Like while they're watching their kids like play soccer and they like smoke weed. Like it's the realness of a black motherhood.
Mm.
I gotta definitely check them out then.
It's
All
a
right.
perspective. I'll be listening to that, and I look at my mom. I'm like,
Yeah,
what is going on?
but it goes to show that life doesn't end after motherhood. And they really live up to it because they're called good moms. They're really good moms. And the bad choices part they really live up to because they party very hard. And I party with them like firsthand. So I can tell you like we be having mad fun. And you saw me say like that was just a dull day. Like me and Mila, like the things that me and her do just casually, people would think like two or three times before even trying. And we do it for the fuck of it. So
wait. This sounds like a reality TV show. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I just pictured it all like a reality TV show.
Like
we
what?
live our lives like it's on TV. I'm constantly under a spotlight. That's how I view myself. So like the shit that we do, if we put it on TV, it's a hit. It's just that legally we can't.
You can put it on Zeus.
Right, yo.
They put anything on Zeus.
If it's one thing we love the Zeus Network because the Bad Boys Club is the best thing I've ever seen on TV.
Yeah.
I want to get back to the sex toys. I'm going to ask you this right now. What is the best men's sex toy that you ever reviewed? Like, what's the best toy you think a man should have? Like, scratch that. What's the first toy a man should have?
All right, so I can answer both those questions.
All right.
First toy you should have is basically a basic dick stroker, which is just like think of like a gel type material that you could put your dick in, and then you can like hold it, and it has grooves on the inside. So you're basically just masturbating, but you're masturbating with something that feels like either vagina grooves or like grooves on the inside, so it could like pleasure your dick.
I got a crazy story about one of those. I left it. I rolled underneath the bed, and I came back like 2 weeks later. Shit was moldy as fuck.
Oh no.
You used it, didn't you, Glenn? You used it, didn't you?
So I got a funny story with my sex toys that recently just happened. So I moved from New York to LA, and I was at my aunt's crib just for a moment temporarily, and I had like a bunch of my sex toys there. So my best friend was there, and like I'm really close to her family, and I call her my aunt also. So they know I'm a sex worker and everything, and they went and they were just like looking at my toys because all the toys like look crazy. And they said that they put their finger in one of them. When they took their finger out, it was just like gooey. Totally cursing me out like, you nasty motherfucker. I was like, why would you just go stick your fingers and shit? This is not my
What are you
fault.
talking about? Why did they why was that their first thought?
It's just fucking curious. It's like, oh, what's happening here? Just, oh my God. I'm like, don't blame me.
That's actually wild.
Yeah.
They did
So,
I definitely need a Jackmaster 3000.
so to answer your second question, I would say the best male sex toy was the Hummer sleeve. And basically
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
so it's like it's not translucent, it's transparent. So like you can see it's white on the clear on the outside, so you can see on the inside. So optic wise, it's beautiful when you can see your dick like inside this toy and it has grooves in it. So and it's like pretty, it's not heavy, but it's like has some weight to it. So as you're masturbating, it feels like a good grip, like good vaginal grip, and then at the
Like,
top
right.
there's a hole. So if you put your thumb over this hole as you're jerking off, it creates a suction, so it tightens on the dick even more, and it covers like the whole head and everything. So it's kind of like a what's that? A cylinder, like a half cylinder tube, and you dick into it, and then you cover the top with your finger, and then it suctions on with the grooves on the inside, and you can see your dick on top of that. Like, imagine seeing your dick as you're masturbating. Like,
Wait,
that's a good looking dick. And it makes
yo,
you feel even better.
is it illegal to use one of them on the plane in the bathroom?
Yes. Nigga. No. Yes,
I feel like as long as you're in privacy and nobody that shit,
don't get caught.
I mean, like I feel like a 2-hour flight, halfway through, you getting
Nigga,
bored.
just wait.
I'm
Just
gonna
wait
go
till you
get
land,
one
bro.
off in the bathroom.
wait. Well, okay. Is the
Have
hum?
you ever masturbated on a plane?
No,
No, I don't think so.
have you?
Yeah, but in a condo. Just so I don't make a mess. I was going to like Croatia. I was going to Croatia, and that's a long fucking flight. I was like, nah, I gotta get one off. I think I took did I take shrooms before that flight? I took
Shit.
and whatever I took had me feeling. I took a sex gummy. That's what it was. I took a sex gummy by accident.
Sex gummies.
And I was like, oh, by the time I get there, it's gonna hold me down for the weekend. Man, that shit hit as soon as I got on that fucking flight.
Bro,
Is that like one of the rhino pills? What is a sex gummy? What is
off that
It's like
ashwagandha.
one of the rhino pills, but it's just in gummy form.
Yeah, I'm gonna go cop me a rhino pill. Pass out.
I've done some from the rhino pill.
Every time I've used it, it never did anything for me. Like, I've never I don't know.
I haven't used it. Like I've taken, I think my second sex party I went to, I took the rhino pill. I bought 2 of them, and I took one of them, and I popped open the capsule, so it was just like all powder, and I took the powder straight, like drank some water, and then I waited for the hour, and I took another rhino pill the regular way. And then I took a blue chew, and then I took a dick brownie. Then I went to the sex party. I think I had sex with like 4 or 5 women that night.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, have you tried that honey?
The only thing I haven't done was the honey.
Oh dang.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try that honey. I'm trying to put the honey on the corn on the cob.
They say it's a hit or miss, depending on it just depends.
Yeah, the honey's a hit or miss.
People be putting on chicken wings and they be making it look gross.
Well, why do girls be drinking it though? It don't have the same effect, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know the specifics.
Like they be like I be seeing girls be putting in Henny and shit.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm really horny, so I'm not really. I just be taking shit just to take it, honestly.
I'm not gonna lie, to ashwagandha be having me going. Like ashwagandha, I be feeling myself.
Ashwagandha ain't maca powder like that too?
Yeah, maca powder, ashwagandha, a couple other like roots.
What is that, like a plant?
Ashwagandha, yeah.
Ashwagandha, I take that, but I took it for like calmness.
It's with calmness. It helps your libido, all that.
Like I ain't feel anything. I was just like,
are you smoking it?
No, I pop it. I pop it like a perk. No. No, I'm on them your 30s. No. But I don't do perks, but yeah.
Hey, that is not my image.
No, but okay, so I have met somebody and they was taking ecstasy, and he was like, he offered me one. I was like, I'm not taking that shit. And he was like, you take one of these, your girl in the room, you ain't gonna stop till 6 a.m. And he looked at me. He like turned around and looked at me. His eyes was bloodshot red. They was dilated like this. And he had like dominoes. He was shuffling them. I was like, nah.
That nigga was fighting for his life.
I'm wondering why he wanted to take it with you.
Yeah, because why did he get so close to you?
I don't know, bro. I promise you, I did not. I was like, nope. And there was a turtle in the room, and I was just looking at that turtle. I was like, you poor turtle.
That turtle that sees
is you a nigga with bloodshot eyes and a turtle in one room taking ecstasy?
Mind you,
well, why was that poor turtle alone, right?
That was my 21st birthday, y'all.
At 21 years old. You caught yourself in a room with a nigga with bloodshot eyes and a turtle. I ain't playing.
Nigga looked at me. He was like,
you know how to party.
This shit was crazy, but yeah. Nah. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we all have some wild stories. I know Asar, you told some wild stories before. I think we all tell some wild stories.
My girlfriend's sitting right here. I got some wild stories to tell. But
I'm not gonna lie. Orlando, I feel like you have the wildest stories out of
I
all.
definitely have the wildest stories.
yeah.
Well, okay.
Hold on. I don't know. I might got some.
Oh no, please go ahead.
Go ahead,
No,
man.
you go first.
I don't think. When's the last?
Yeah,
Glenn. I want to hear what Glenn has to say. Actually,
No, please. I really want to hear.
I've told this a lot.
Glenn, don't get yourself in trouble, bro.
Ah, shit. Nah. Okay, so basically, I've told the story about the car, the homecoming shit, right?
Oh, with the moms.
The 28-year-old, right? She's like 20, 29, whatever.
Glenn, I'm telling you, right?
Story,
Don't get
bro.
yourself
I'm
in
gonna tell
trouble.
the story. I have to.
Tell the story. You be
Lexi,
fine.
can I tell the story? She don't give a fuck. Okay, good. So this was homecoming. There was me, KC, and another friend. We are at this is homecoming, like it's a concert or whatever. And the cues were stepping, and the girl kept like, mind you, it was okay. Picture a Cheerio and a fucking stick right next to each other, right? Yeah, the Cheerio was the one that was trying it with all of us.
Yeah,
all right?
she tried it with all of us.
She tried it with all of us. I seen these niggas say no. I was like, fuck it. I looked back, I was like, fuck it. And I was like, yeah, I told her, if you like how them dirty dogs get down, let me let you know how I get down.
This is Glenn's wrist.
And as soon as I say that, my girlfriend walks away. And so that passed. I got her number. She leaves, but I go meet up with her at the car. And mind you, they like 28, 29, smoking fucking cigarettes and whatever, what have you. Like, they were some old ass women, basically. And I went to the car. She had a fucking baby shot of a fucking Long Island iced tea. And she gave it to me. I was like, this bitch trying to drug me. She's trying to get me drunk. And I was like, I gotta piss. So I go piss outside of their car, side of like a 2002 Honda Civic. And she was like, they say the harder you piss, the bigger your shit is, right? And so my dumb ass tried to push the shit out as hard as possible. My fucking veins probably like going Super Saiyan and shit. And then to keep a long story short, she came out of the car. She sucked the shit.
All right, but
you missed a whole bunch of details, bro.
Besides the point that
she
sucked it right after you peed and you didn't clean nothing off. No, the friend that will not be named wanted to watch. I was at the fence just chilling. I don't know what it was.
It was hella people around.
And he's like, sorry, you want to watch Glenn? You want to watch Glenn? I'm like drunk, so I'm like, so let's go. And then I see Glenn and like two other girls. I'm like, Casey, what? I mean, not Casey. I'm like, I see the dude's name. I'm like, yo, why are we watching? It's like, I don't know. I'm just gonna watch.
And mind you, the other friend was in the front seat. Yeah, they had smoked their Newports.
Yeah. Glenn, there's
some shit missing in the story, but
I'm gonna tell you right now my perspective before you even left the place. So mind you, I'm in the party drunk. I'm just lit, having a good time, and I just look over this girl with cheetah print on, like the Cheerio, cheetah print on, just like looking at me, and she like kept trying to back up on me. I was like, nah. So she moved to my friend next to me.
Think of Dejanay from the Proud Family.
I promise you. And then she moved to the friend next to me. And mind you, I'm like, okay, he gonna blow her off too. And he's like, nah. He's like, back up. So I look back again, Glenn dancing with her. And I'm like, this nigga Glenn. It's like, I knew it. And literally 5 minutes later, this nigga's gone. Like an hour later, I come back from the party. He said, come back. You look over, this is what happened to me. I'm like, what, bro? That's not even the wildest thing, but yeah. He left out a bunch of details. Bro.
I left out a bunch of details. But the fact is also what I didn't realize until the next day was that we were in the middle of a field and there was people around. And when I mean people, there was like a good like 15 people around.
I feel like a lot of people were watching.
They were.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people were watching.
And they were in their cars, and yeah, so
Nigga,
that's
nasty.
that's
I have a story as well.
Orlando looking like this ain't shit.
I know, that's why I'm like, let me just tell
this
them. I
ain't
don't want to
nothing.
go after.
Oh,
These
no,
little
no.
stories.
These are good. These are good.
Yeah.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
so I'll make mine quick. So this was like right after freshman year, I was going through my first whole phase because it's like, you know how like in college, like when you start college, all the joints from high school be like, I liked you the whole time, this, that, and the third, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, why didn't you tell me this before? So we're here now. So it's like 2018, 2019, something like that. And basically, yeah, I was just like every girl that had a crush on in high school, I was knocking down because I was like, yo, like we here, we lit. And this one particular girl, she asked me to she didn't know how to roll, so she asked me to roll for her. And to she sent me like cash at me with some money to buy some weed for her and roll it for her. So I did, and then she pulls up like in front of my house, and then it's like her aunt's driving and she's in the back seat. And then like I like have the weed for her. I'm like, here you go. Whatever. I was just talking, and then she's like, yo, we just got some wine from Giant. I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, you should just chug it. Chug the whole thing. I was like, what? And they're like just joking, like whatever. I'm like, I don't know if I want to chug it, but I ended up just doing it, peer pressure, whatever. So I chugged the whole thing, and then she starts laughing. She's like, you didn't have to chug it. I don't know why you did that. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm about to be drunk. I gotta go back to my family, but whatever. And then there's like, we're still talking and had on shorts, and the girl's like, oh, I can see your print. Is you big? And then that's what the aunt said. And then the girl I was talking to was just like, oh yeah, it is. I've seen it before. She was like, it is. And then I end up getting in the back seat basically because he's like, just come in the car. We drive just around like, I live like in the woods basically. So we're just like driving in the middle of nowhere. The aunt's driving and she's like, basically like, giving me head in the back of the car.
Wait, the aunt is driving?
The aunt is driving. The aunt is like, it's like an auntie for real.
Is the
It's
aunt
not even like, oh, that's my aunt. Like, and they're like a little bit like she's an auntie for real.
and was she driving and giving you head or
The aunt was looking back, like she was looking through like like the top rearview mirror and
what
everything.
type of relationship they got? That's my only
Wait,
question.
who was giving you head? Her niece?
Yeah, the girl I was talking to, that was her niece.
And the aunt was like, she could see your print. Is it big?
Yeah, that's the aunt, and the aunt. That's the whole thing. Like she started the whole thing. But basically, they just do that, and then they drop me off home.
That was
And I just
it.
ate dinner with my family, like nothing happened.
Oh, just looking back. Look at my baby. Oh, look at my baby.
Look how fast they
Yeah,
grow
like
up.
what? I'm thinking, like, what could have possibly gone through the aunt's head? Like,
That's the move that running the family. That's the
Yeah,
Trump's move right there.
She literally was thinking that.
That's
Like,
the
damn.
double
Sorry,
twist. Double
on
twist.
some real
Right.
shit. You probably could have got a threesome out of that. Like,
I don't think I want that to be.
That would have been odd.
It's on
I don't
them.
think I
That's
want
not
that.
on you. That's not on him. That's on them.
It's not on the sword, but still, they don't find that. I guess. I honestly, I don't kink shame. So
That's an illegal crime, bro. That's an incest.
That's probably the most
Hey,
like odd thing that's happened for real.
I don't know. What
oh, shit,
can you top?
Nah.
I know you can top all that.
Nah,
Yeah.
Casey. Nah, come on.
Yeah, okay, so yeah,
I'll tell you
your
right
story,
now,
bro. Come on, bro, because
I have
you holding
clean-
out, bro.
I have clean, normal interactions. I haven't done anything.
You're the nastiest
I'm gonna
nigga.
tell you, like, Casey.
You're a dirty bastard.
Yeah,
bro.
Casey's dirty.
Oh, what do you mean?
He's be doing them. He's be doing.
You wild bastard.
Stop. No, I don't, bro.
I should expose you on this podcast right
I
now.
try not
No,
to.
don't expose me. Stop, chill, bro.
Remember that gum? You remember the gum, bro?
Stop, bro. So, one time, his is not too out. The dog was just trying to like suck me up too, but I stopped that.
What you mean, bro? What you mean by that?
The dog was trying to like
What you mean
get
by
some
that?
too, bro.
Hold on. I got a story like that too. So, long story short, I busted shorty down in front of her Malamute, and the Malamute tried lick my dick.
Yeah.
You guys ever have sex with a girl in front of their dog, and then you're just like, yeah, like where I'm
Yeah, I didn't care either until the dog trying to get in too. Like the dog out horny.
What is up with these dogs? What is up with these dogs, bro?
They see two humans like making love, and then they just get instantly horny. Like Fuck is
They
wrong
love
with
that shit. They be smelling it. They like,
Yeah, they like
They smell it.
should be turning them on. Like fuck, back
They
up.
smell the hormones.
Yeah. Nah, yeah.
so
Wait,
basically,
has that
Casey got
happened to
his dick
you?
slobbed on by a dog, is what he's saying.
No, I didn't, bro. No, I did. It was this close.
Clip that. Somebody
I
clip that.
swear to God, it was this
Clip that.
close.
I saw a clip that. That's it.
Yeah, that's definitely
Nah.
the clip.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I want to hear Orlando. What was like the craziest thing that you went through?
All right. I'll give y'all some options. I'll give you a chlamydia story,
Oh,
or some story, or I'll give you a blood play story. Which
Blood
one?
play.
blood play. Yeah.
I want to hear this because Asar said something about it one time.
For context, sorry. Let us know what that thing that you was talking about. If you want to share it again.
Basically, you use a needle, and like you sign a contract on them, and then you have sex.
Boom.
I'm not gonna lie, I would do something like that.
Anyway.
So basically I always wanted to do blood play. So I had like some nurse friends or whatever show me how to like draw my own blood. And I went to my doctor's office because I'm cool with them. And I had them give me like all the things that you need. So me and Mila, we go to Cabo and we're in this like beautiful hut by the water. Like and I do the whole thing like I draw my own blood and I pour it on her chest. And then I write my initials on her chest. And then we have sex, like raw sex, under this like hut out in the open. And then as we're having sex, like the blood just like dissipates, like and rubs into our skin. And then that's how like we signed that. And then when we went to Mexico about a few months ago, she was on her period. So she's riding me. And like as the blood is like dripping down my dick, she like puts a ring around my dick from the base and then comes up and then takes all the blood that was on her period and like spreads it on my chest and then writes her initials in. And then we just had sex with like her period blood like rubbed in between us.
That's some hardcore metal shit.
That's almost some spiritual type shit.
It's very spiritual.
Did you feel more connected with them when you did that?
Yeah. After we did that, we woke up the next day. We woke up the next day. We were just like, yeah, you're gonna be in my life forever. And we were bonded at that point. So for a long time, we were calling like ourselves bonded, like bondship bay or whatever. Because no matter whatever way she showed up, I accepted her as she was. And no matter where she was in life, I was gonna accept her as she is. And I just wanted the best for her. And the same thing with me. And so
y'all was meant to find each other, and y'all were meant for like y'all knew each other in a past life or something.
Each other than us. There's nobody meant for each other than us. We're literally perfect together, and everybody sees it. We get people that randomly come up to us and be like, "Yo, I watch y'all Instagram. Like, I love y'all." It's like that's just us.
That's
Perfect,
actually
organic, and natural.
Now I have a question. Now, how do you discover that you're into blood play? How did you
So it's not necessarily that I'm into blood play. I'm just into everything. So blood play just came across my radar, and it was just another thing, and it just landed at the right time that I met this right person. So that's really all it was. But my kink is that I'm just into kinks. If it's something that I can try, I'm willing to try it. And I really have like, not that I have no shame, but I'm very open-minded. I'm very comfortable with myself. So it makes it even easier to try these things. Because I can.
Here's a follow-up then. How did like say anybody get to that point? Like how do you get to that point of being comfortable like that?
You be yourself, and it's very, very easy. It's a very easy thing to do, but it's very hard for everybody to do. Like everybody's very influenced by their environment, which rightfully so. Like we're molded by like whatever is around us. But then like, can you stand like as yourself? Can you be an individual like within a group of people, within a group of men at that have like a groupthink mindset? Like, can you be yourself and like do what you want? Can you actually be yourself? And it's very hard for a lot of people to actually be themselves, and they actually don't realize how that they're actually being what society like constricts them to be. And so when it's somebody like me or somebody like Mila, who's just like the woman version of me, it's very easy to see somebody like that, because when you are this type of person, it's easy to notice people who are being 100% themselves. So literally all you got to do is be yourself. It's not anything crazy, but a lot of people can't be themselves or they're not comfortable with being themselves. So it's more comfortable to fit within the mold of society.
Yeah, I agree with that. I honestly, as soon as you came on here, I was instantly like, Orlando is literally Orlando. I was like, he's just himself.
People told me it's like, I'm more of myself than anybody else is of themselves. Like I'm me. And I'm the most me you'll ever see in somebody.
I definitely noticed that. I instantly got that type of like vibe from him. I was like, he knows what he's doing.
Because it's that me and KC know about the PP. Orlando.
Yeah. So we instantly you may not understand that
we have a special term for like when we know me and KC say PP, like we know.
Yeah, we know.
Asar is not a PP yet.
I've been trying to figure out what a PP was for 5 years. I don't even.
Bruh, okay, I know. Give a test, Glenn. Give a test.
Can spot a nipple from a mile away.
Through a coat. Through a coat.
A coat?
Yeah, through a coat.
That's a PP. That's a PP level skill.
See, Orlando understands.
That's very intense. I get what you're saying. They're very in tune.
Man.
By the way, it's hilarious. I can see a nipple from a mile away.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. And then women are very what's the word? Intuitive, or like very into energy and intuition and stuff like that. So like women can sense that. Like women can sense a man that's like themselves. They can sense masculinity. Unfortunately, like we've been all like misled to believe like masculinity is like one thing that it's not. But when you truly come across a man that's like me, or is like strong within like their own like individuality, then women will gravitate to you. And then that's why when like I get like flack from like other men about like, oh, you're not that masculine because you wear crop tops or you call yourself a bad bitch, and I just be looking at them like, all right, cool. If you don't think this is masculinity, then that's on you. But the amount of women that don't mind fucking with me platonically, even after like we're no longer like intimate with each other, that I still have like good rapport with. The amount of women that would like come to my defense like at any moment, like that speaks to it. So I'm not gonna worry about what other men are saying when all these other women are saying something that's like very positive about me. So I just be chilling. I just be myself, and that's why I never have to worry about what other men are saying, and I never have to worry about what other men define as masculine, because obviously it's not working for you.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I think you said something really important about like masculinity. Is it like, because I feel like nowadays people try to put it in such a box. Like, would you describe it as more of like a free form kind of abstract idea, or something that's just like, oh, this is a definition of like masculinity?
I think masculinity is as what they're defining it as, is just the way it's packaged and presented isn't what it's supposed to be. So it's like masculinity is supposed to be powerful, it's supposed to be strength, it's supposed to be, having the will and desire and the ambition to overcome and all of these things. It sounds like masculinity to you, right? But then these niggas be mean to women. Like, how does you're mean to women and then you're demeaning women at the same time? So you're basically being mean and bullying somebody that you feel is weaker than you. That's not powerful at all. See what I'm saying? Like the way you think of like masculinity and femininity, when you think of like how they speak, like feminine words are used, is always in a way of like soft or weak, and then masculine is strength and powerful and stuff like that. It's like that's not how these things work. They're both like two different balances, two different weights that's supposed to balance each other out. So the way I view masculinity is the way it's supposed to be. But how can you be strong and overcome anything if you don't ever feel weak at one point? The point of overcoming is to be honest with the parts of you that you're weak at, and then having the strength to build on that and grow on that and overcome on different things or become stronger. But the strength is only viewed because you have to have weakness first. And so if you're sitting here talking about like, oh, I'm masculine, but you're always trying to put yourself in a position of like strength, always in a put yourself in a position of comfort, like how masculine are you if you're not strong enough to overcome anything? That's why when niggas get punched in the face, then it's like a surprise, and then the bitch comes out of them because like you're always on this, you always put yourself on this pedestal of strength, but when you come across a nigga that's really been through some shit, and then that's nigga that punched you in the face because like, oh, I know what it feels like to get punched in the face. Like that's just a metaphor of like what masculinity actually is. Actually being strong and powerful within yourself and not caring what anybody else thinks, because that's a decision you made because you were strong enough to make that decision for yourself regardless of what anybody else thinks. So if I go outside wearing a fucking crop top and some hoochie shorts and Crocs, then I'm strong enough to make that decision for myself regardless of what society thinks. And I don't want anybody to be like me. I just want everybody to be more of themselves.
I like to call that just being human. A lot of people forget how to be human. They try to be whatever the internet media tells them to be, whatever they hear from whoever they hear, their neighbor, through the grapevine, whatever. And they forget how to be human.
And that's really all it is. Because and then you put masculinity in this box of like, oh, only men could be masculine, only men can have like this type of strength and stuff like that. But it's really just being human. Masculine and feminine, we all have it. But when you like limit it to only being one thing, only being like for one gender or anything like that, then you take away the pure essence of what it actually is. And what it actually is something that we all have. Everybody has the balance of masculinity and femininity, but it's just two different essences. And then you just have to be able to, I guess, tap into both those energies. But when you're sitting here and you only want to tap into only one energy because that you're limiting yourself because of what society thinks, then you're actually further away from that, further away from masculinity than you actually think. And then you can't tell me you're masculine and then you have no respect for women on top of that. So it's just
that's a bar in itself.
It is. Yeah, honestly, I think the world would change with more people thinking like this.
Embracing yourselves, but also embracing the duality of being a human. Yeah. It's not even duality, more so like nuance, because everything is not black or white. And that's the biggest thing that I got from what you said, Orlando.
And when you start thinking like that, you start thinking of everything on an equal plane. So you don't think like, femininity is any less than masculinity. So now you start thinking differently of women and you start putting women on the equal pedestal. Now you don't start thinking pussy's too high, that is not attainable, or you got to do all these crazy things. Pussy's on an equal level as you. So you feel the strength within yourself and you move differently around women. A lot of men don't do corny shit or to be impressive because they're not viewing things on a hierarchy anymore. Everything is equal and everything is balanced. And so when you start viewing that type of way, you start feeling yourself in a more positive ego. So where your ego is damaging to like everybody else. So now what happens? Everybody's more comfortable around you. And so now the one thing that we actually like and enjoy, which is sex with women, it starts being more attainable. It starts being easy to come across. Why? So everybody's more comfortable around you. And I told somebody this the other day. It was like, how can you feel masculine when you can't make everybody else that's not in the same space as you comfortable? Like if that's not challenging. You know how challenging it is to be to be the person that women, gay, queer, lesbian, trans, like all these people feel comfortable around you. You know how challenging it is within yourself to become that type of person in today's society. Like that's how you overcome. It's not easy, but I'm a man and I'm strong enough to do it, and that's masculinity.
Let me do this. Let me ask everybody what their opinion on this is. Say somebody like see somebody attractive, man or woman, whatever. You know, they don't want anything serious. You know, a lot of people have trouble with this, and you know, they only want to have sex. What is some of the best advice you can give to somebody that's probably listening, whoever that doesn't know how to approach that situation?
You mean casual sex?
Yeah, it's just like casual sex.
They
Just
see
casual sex.
somebody they find attractive that they want to have a sexual interaction with, but
Yeah.
it's not necessarily enough for them to want something more romantic down the line.
Yeah, I want to know, because you know there's a lot of people that have trouble with that, and they be like, "Oh, teenagers, how do I even ask?" And like,
and then to follow up to that, I guess what masculinity like? How does masculinity play in?
Yeah, what do y'all think?
My best advice is when you're in this space of only wanting casual sex, don't expect sex. Because then you start doing shit or start assuming that that's the line that you want to go down, and nothing could get you further away from sex than trying to go down the line of sex. Like if you're in that space, just be honest, and the person that is gonna be with the shits is gonna be the right person for it, because there's nothing worse than like wanting casual sex and the other person isn't on the same page, but because you want it, you're starting to do things to manipulate the situation so you could go down that path. But when you finally find somebody that also wants the casual sex like you, y'all both on the same mind state, it's so much better, because now they're giving that energy to you, like, oh, I'm about to fuck the shit out of you because I ain't got to worry about your feelings or all the strings attached or all the things that come down the line with it. I can just boom, we both just fucking each other.
I agree with that.
A sexual interaction is like a oneness of your like physicality, and when you're both on the same like energy mentally, it makes the physical like even better. So yeah, the thing about casual sex is for you to not expect the sex part. So you just go about it like knowing that's what you want, being honest about that, and when you find somebody with the same energy, it just works out really well.
I was gonna say that my advice was to be honest about it. I feel like the more you like stray away from being honest about it, the deeper things can get, you know, and the energies will get off. And I hate when people say it's like you feel energy. Everybody feels other people's energies. You know when you attract that energy that you have. You know when you feel a bad vibe in a room or something like that. So I always tell people to like fill out the energy of the other person.
Vibe it out. There's been times where I've wanted women bad, and it was just like boom, platonic, just like fuck. And then there's times that I'd be like, damn, I'll never have that pussy in. Boom, she'd be right in my bed. So it's like you just never know. The point is just to keep yourself, if that's the space that you want to be in, just be honest about that space. And then what's meant for you is going to come to you. But if you're honest about it, the best things are going to come to you. And then if you're being masculine, like I was saying, and you're being yourself, then women are just going to flock anyway.
Yeah. Being yourself is key. I think that's probably the most key thing.
Don't cap for pussy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Probably the corniest move you could ever make. I'm not gonna lie.
and then when you get to this, it's funny because when you get to that point of like being yourself, and you're really like in that oneness of yourself, and everybody's seeing and is really getting out there, like, oh, as y'all have felt the vibe, like when I meet people, they be like, oh yeah, I see it. I see like how you are and who you are. When you get to that point, you could tell anybody anything. Yeah. I'd be saying that like, yeah, and I also love anime. Like I love porn, but I also love anime. I watch Game of Thrones, but I also watch Power. It's like now I can literally say whatever I want, and because I'm one within myself, like, and people know I'm comfortable with myself, like nobody's gonna have this shock and awe reaction to make you feel any type of way or make you feel uncomfortable, because everybody else is already uncomfortable because you already are so comfortable with yourself.
Bars. I think that's honestly a beautiful place to be. You know, I feel like it takes a while to get to that spot too. Like,
man, some people go the entire life like that.
Yeah. And it's like I feel like people always say like, "Oh, you gotta do the work, you gotta do the inner work," right? But it's just like, what is the work? You know?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question. I think you have to start thinking about like this is gonna be weird to say, but just start thinking about the things that you don't do that you actually want to do. Like, and it starts with like little things. Like, I had a Labor Day weekend. There's a bunch of us in like one house, and one of the dudes he just wants to like step away and like chill in one of the rooms, right? But he always feels like it's awkward or it's weird, and I was like, to be honest with you, the fact that you can step away and just go to a room like and just chill by yourself is like really powerful because there's a lot of times when people be in a room and don't want to be there and they just can't step away because they're too worried about like what other people would think or being in the or being a different one. Like, it's very hard to think that to be different. So I would say start there. Like start with like what are the things that I actually want to do but I don't, and then why don't I do them?
I always tell myself, literally, this is why I really don't care what people think about me because I'm just like myself. But I always tell myself, literally, no two people are alike. Everybody on this planet was born to be different. There are no two people are alike. So why would I care what anybody else think about me? And why would I care what they even say about me? We're different. We're never going to be the same. For you to want me to be like you or conform to what you think is weird to me.
Think of it like this: who you fuck don't make me come, and what you eat don't make me shit. You know what I mean?
And you see, and it's just all the simple things, and there's really nothing complicated about this. It's that it's very hard for people to stand within themselves. And it's really nothing complex. There's no rhyme or reason, there's no big scheme behind it. It's literally be yourself. Challenge yourself. Like, and that's the other thing. It's challenging to like want to be better, to say to yourself, like, oh, I was wrong in the situation, or I got embarrassed in the situation, or I took an L in the situation. This is how I'm gonna grow from it. First, accepting it is a challenging in itself. So imagine all those people that don't even get to step one. And then once you're at step one and saying, like, oh, I took this L, a lot of people don't even know how to grow from that. Learn from it. So now you're just repeating a cycle of like going down this. You've seen people that go down a continuous path of like running into the same mistake over and over. So now you've got past step one. Now you can't even get past step two of like learning from this. Like there's steps to this. It's like it's very hard and it's very challenging. But like I said, if you are masculine, you're strong enough and you have the power to overcome, that's masculinity. Sitting with yourself, sitting with that uncomfortable feeling of knowing that you're lacking in some type of way, and then wanting to be better. Like it's all a very challenging thing, but when you start thinking about the things that you actually don't do and then why you don't do it and who you're worried about and like what you actually fear, and then you actually get down to the root of like all of these things, then you find out where it's coming from, and then you get to the point of like, oh, I actually want to learn from this, I want to be better. And you know what, at this point I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks because I care what I think about me. There's it's just a lot. And then after you get past all of that, you gotta be brave enough to, when everybody's light is blue, you gotta be brave enough to say like my light right now is red. Like to be different than everybody else and everybody else have a certain viewpoint of you is also very hard. But I rather make everybody else uncomfortable to make myself comfortable.
You know, I never noticed that. I'm happy that you said that. It kind of like sparked something in my head. Because I can make a room uncomfortable, but at the same time, I'll feel completely comfortable.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm doing anything. I'm just And if me being me makes you uncomfortable, then this is not the room for me to be. Me. And then once you stick with yourself, you start to come around. You start finding people that make other people uncomfortable just from being themselves, and that's how you find the right energy for you. That's how you find your compatibility, and that's how you.
That's why this podcast started. We make a lot of people uncomfortable. We just attracted each other. That's what it is.
You literally attract who you are. That's like literally like all of us, like our whole friend group, but like us, just saying us, like we're all three different people, but like we're just comfortable around each other because like we are just us. I noticed that a while ago.
What, man? I think about that often because I was always thinking like everybody in our friend group. It's completely different, like completely in lives, completely different mindsets and stuff like that. And I always just kind of like gave like the generic answer, like, "Oh, we all have like the same like dark humor," you know.
It's deeper than that.
It's definitely deeper than that. Like now that like just from like the last like 30 minutes, I'm just like realizing like
we're think about it. We're the misfits. Like we chose that name for a reason.
Yeah,
we don't.
I mean, it was definitely a random name generator, but.
Wait, for real?
Really? Worked out.
That's actually wild.
Jesus Christ, but yeah.
Like I don't know.
And even what you said about like, you know, you start to attract like the same people, you start to attract like the kind of person you are. I started to attract like stronger women. Like I just know dudes that would like rather be around like the submissive, like woman that coddles to them, like, you know, caters to them and stuff like that. And I was always the type that was just like, all right, where's the girl that's very ambitious, that ain't really got any time, that's like really working towards something in the future? Where's the girl that everybody says is too independent? That's the one I want. I want the strong girl. I want the hard to get. Because when you are that type of person that's used to like challenges and growth and like strength, you start seeing the strong people, and that's who you start wanting to be around. Mila is not an easy woman to like be in a relationship with, but it's easy for me. A lot of men might not like. She's a woman that likes to be topless everywhere she goes. Not a lot of men can take that. For me, it's just like it's not even a thought at this point. At this point, I think there's even times where like she'll be topless, and I'm like, all right, let's go, and she'll be like, wait, I have to put a shirt on. I'm like, oh yeah, right. It's like when you're that comfortable within yourself, you start having a tribe and a community of people, like you said, that's just like you, and then you start. Not only do you attract that, but you start also seeking that. And then that's how you like strengthen your group and stuff like that, man. The women I want, when even with doms and stuff like that, when they like, you know, they want the baby subs, the calm subs. I want the strong girl. I want the giant. I want the woman how they all going on. I want the strong one. I want the tall one. Yeah, I used to love that. When you walk into a room, I just be looking around like when I have my tall girl face, I'm like, where the 6 foot is at?
I'm not gonna lie, I've been through that phase.
No, it's so funny because if you're not watching on YouTube, you're just listening. He literally like looked up.
Yeah, I had I think one of the tallest girls, she was like maybe 5'11". I would just cuddle up on the. She used to wear my ex fiance was 5'10", and she would wear heels, and we would be out in the restaurant. I remember one time we went and we put our name down for a reservation. We just standing there, and I took put her right around mine, and I just for the reservation. Yeah, I'm fucking joking, but
that's actually hilarious.
Yeah, you not only do you attract that, but you tend to seek that, and like, you know, it's powerful people. When you're a powerful person, you seek other powerful people. When you see powerful people seek and step on like people that they don't seem as strong as them, then you start thinking like you start realizing that they're only powerful in the physical. Their emotional and their mental state is just not as strong. So it doesn't matter the room I'm in. Like if it's with y'all, if it's with like people that have a lot of money, if it's people that's like comfortable in their nudity, it doesn't matter. Like when you are strong in your own self, when you are balanced within your masculine and feminine energy, when you are like constantly practicing on being a better self, then in the room that you walk in, people are gonna feel what y'all have felt when I came.
I feel like people want to spark conversations with you too. They're so fascinated by your aura.
You know, I keep getting told that. They're like, you know, you have a great perspective. You should definitely be podcasting. People need to hear you. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I'm that interesting.
I'm telling you, energy is real. People can tell your aura is like a friendly aura. You're gonna attract more conversations and all type of stuff. And mind you, so I'm a bud tender. So I talk to a lot of people every day, and I hear a lot of story, people crying to me, all type of stuff. And every day I just try to leave a positive note with them. Every day, I tell them all the time, like, look, it's going to get better.
Basically, Casey, he is the Ram Dass of weed.
Basically,
but that's a gift in itself, because, like, you know how they, like, you know, you pour into people's cup and people pour into your cups and stuff like that. So it's like when people constantly are using you for an ear, like, I'm a person that loves to listen, right? So it's easy for like people like us to like just listen to people, and then like give a response. That's not easy for everybody. A lot of people just like just sitting and listening, people become drained from that. And people is worried, like, yo, you're not talking, you're not doing anything but listening. But it's energy, like we agreed in the beginning, energy is a real thing. So when people speak to you about things that aren't necessarily like empowering you, is just like them venting and getting stuff off, you're getting partial amount of that energy, like getting it off, but some of that is going towards you. And so for you to actually still be able to sit and listen to people throughout like whatever period of hours that you work and still be able to give back a positive feedback is actually very powerful in itself. And like it's also organic, like positive alone in itself takes a lot of strength is like with all the shit that's happening around us, and we're all Black men on top of that. So that takes a lot. So kudos to you and shout out to you. And then like even everything that I'm saying now, like challenging yourself and all of those things, like it's not easy, but just like sitting there and being able to listen and then like give back some comfort, that's a strong level of like femininity in itself. Like, to show weakness or anything like that, but being able to, when you think about like what women do, the amount of things that they take in and then have it to like not regurgitate, but have it to like redirect that energy in a certain way that like gives back some type of comfort. That's strong feminine energy, and that's the balance that I be talking about. So it's like when you listen, sitting there and listening and telling somebody like, yo, it's gonna be okay, doesn't make you think masculine, right? But you think feminine, but it's the feminine that you actually need, like. And so that's why I say like having that balance between both is important.
That is so true. I've always thought, like, you know how like you just think of things and then somebody just articulates it and you're like, oh,
you gotta put some verbiage to it.
Right.
that makes so much sense about like.
I feel the same way as her. I can second that. It's powerful. I know there are a lot of people out there who needed this conversation, like that, this specific part. Just divine timing, I guess.
Honestly, is this episode 100?
Wait, 100. I honestly don't ask me. I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know.
So many episodes.
Gonna put the episodes together. Y'all leave it all be, but that's a different story.
But this has been a great episode. Great conversation.
Yeah, this is great, man. This is amazing conversation.
I feel like we honestly could talk for hours.
We could.
Bring up new topics, and
that's called part 2. We're gonna have to get a part 2 episode one day.
My laptop is also running down to 5%. So
let's do gratitude and wrap it up.
Yeah, well, let's get some gratitude. And it's been a while since I introduced this gratitude. I want to say that I'm thankful, as I always say every single week, for the podcast. Without the podcast, there would be no podcast. You know what I mean? I'm also grateful for. I've said it. I probably said it like 10 times, but perspective, learning, not learning a new perspective, but being reaffirmed in the perspective that Orlando gave us. Because I think that I think in this way, and I know about the dualities and the intricacies of having a balance between masculine and feminine and owning who you are. Because I'm me. Like, I'm not gonna change who I am. Yeah, I know this. I'm Glenn. I ain't gonna be nobody else. But it's good to meet other people and to like it's a reassurance. The reassurance that it's good to be yourself. So thank you, Orlando, and thank you for being here too.
No problem. I'm here to spread the word of true masculinity.
Yes, sir.
We're taking back over. The beta males have led us astray. They have told us we should be mean to women. We should be cheating. We've been led astray.
Goddamn Andrew Tate.
Honestly, that should be the title of the episode. The beta males have led us astray.
Yeah.
The beta, but I'm telling y'all, bro. Don't let the beta males tell you how to talk to women. The fit in frats.
My pressure fit.
Them assholes.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll never forget when the men with podcast stigma started coming out. I was like, what are we doing wrong? And then, I started looking at all these other podcasts. Like, they're talking about that. But to keep mine quick, I am just grateful to be alive, and I'm grateful for just the whole human experience. Like, just in this moment right now is just the best. I'm having a great time. I had a great day. I saw some fucking kittens today, man.
What the fuck?
I did Instacart, you know. I'm sipping on some wine and just having a great conversation, and this is just it's a great feeling. Life is good no matter where you are. It's always the best right now. So
I like that. That's beautiful.
I'm grateful for the feeling of being horny.
Back up off the mic, bro.
Back up off the game, bro.
Put that game down, bro.
This game was on 1,000.
No, but I'm grateful for synergies in every type of way. You take that how you want.
That's cool. Right. That's dope.
What about you, Orlando?
I'm grateful to be on this podcast. This is actually my first podcast that I've been on since I stopped podcasting for a while. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have great conversations, and I'm grateful for being great. And I hope that you guys will join me in being great also.
Sure.
I would definitely join. It's a great feeling. I feel great energy.
It's great to be great. It's good to be great, but it's also great to be great.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short for good.
Yeah.
Good. You know how they say, like, shoot for the star, land on the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot for the biggest star, land on the smaller star.
Yeah, fuck the Milky Way. I'm trying to go to a whole other galaxy.
Other galaxy.
And Andromeda not too far.
Fuck the Milky Way.
Yeah.
But you guys,
I want everybody to be as great as I am.
That's a great perspective to have.
Yeah.
That is.
That is also a good title for the episode.
Better. Yeah. Mine was greater.
Yeah. My fault. But yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in for the MisFits Table Podcast. I love you all. We'll see you guys next week.
Remember, wipe your ass.
And milk them udders.
Back to front. Remember, back to front. Don't quote me. Quote me on that. Back to front.
Glenn just found that out.
He found that out this morning. Good night.